Hello everybody, it is Ebontis, and today is February 6th, and we've got Rivens Wish Week 2, or Rivens Wish 2, to work on. You can work on it until the end of the season, so no rush. This one is really not too bad, so this is another one if you're looking to get these wish tokens that I would recommend doing. Some of the stuff I saw later looks like it's very grindy. This one, honestly, is not too bad. All you need to do is activate a Tincture of Queensfoil, so you can see the secrets are in the Dreaming City, and then go open the different chests. I will put a link in the description, so if you guys want to check one out as well for future weeks, there's plenty of websites where you guys can find. If you just look up the Ascendant chest in the Dreaming City, it's going to tell you week 1, week 2, or week 3. Well, the way you know if it's week 1, week 2, or week 3, this is week 1. There is no, like, taken blights floating around. There's literally nothing in the air. It's perfectly clear. Week 2, you're going to notice some little bit of taken energy, a little bit floating through the air. Not the big, giant taken blights. When you see big, giant black taken balls, like, floating all over the place, very much looks like this taken over by darkness. Like, all of that is week 3. So you got week 1, clear. Week 2, some. Week 3 is definitely over the top. That's how you can tell. Now, all of these seem to have a chest in similar locations. So I'm going to go through each of the locations where the chest is and how to get through it, and just so you guys can show the jumping puzzle. First one is actually going to be in the Bay of Drowned Wishes Lost Sector, but let me go clear it out and I'll show you where the chest is. If you're running low on Tinctures of Queensfoil, just make sure you go and visit Petrovenge. She will have those on her second page of her inventory, so you can get those. Alright, let me clear out the Lost Sector, show you the first one. Alright, so if you're in the Bay of Drowned Wishes Lost Sector, which as I said is over here from the Divilian Mists, before you go into the cave, as long as you have your Ascendance buff on the left, which you can see, and you just have to activate your Tincture of Queensfoil, head out to this rock. So you got the big one over there, too big, not this one. This one you can jump on. I actually jumped on this one over here, kind of give me a little spot to land on, and it's right up here. This is your floating platform. These are the only visible when you have your Tincture of Queensfoil active. So this is your chest for Bay of Drowned Wishes. This is one of the easiest ones to get to. Just a couple platforms and you're right up here. So all you've got to do is open your chest. You get your basic rewards, some fragments, things of that nature. A little bit of Spirit of Riven. And then if you come in here to your quest tab, you should see your progress of 1 of 7. So we've got 6 more to do. I think there's more than 7, but I'll just show you everything that's available for this week. Probably won't do a video for future weeks unless you guys really need it, but again, there's plenty of guides out there, but I figure I would do this one. If you want to knock it out this week, I will show you where to find 7 of them. So, on to the next one. So the second one is in the Divilian Mists, but the starting point is a little weird. You actually need to enter the Blindwell area like you're driving to it. So this big giant archway here at the front, you actually need to enter this area. There's usually a bunch of guys fighting and stuff out there. But as you get towards these pillars, as you're heading into the Blindwell, you'll see this as a starting point over here on one side. And then you're going to need to climb, but then you're going to need to climb pretty much up here and then outside. I think it takes you outside if I remember correctly. It's been a while. May just actually take you all the way up top. This is one of the crazier ones though, for sure. So again, try and land on the straight platforms makes life a little easier. Okay, yeah, it is quite a climb up here to the top. And this is number 2 in the Divilian Mists. If you ever want one of the best views of the Dreaming City, this is kind of one of the cooler ways to get it. So this is number 2, Divilian Mists. Alright, so the next one is in the Spine of Keres, and this one is a bit of a journey to get to, so I'm just going to show it to you. Now, I do advise you have your Ascendancy on. You can see it on the left-hand side. You can also come down and see True Sight's on, so I've got like 6 minutes left. Should be able to get this one done. But Spine of Keres is over here to the left side of the Divilian Mist. You get this little exit point, but the journey to get to this one is a bit insane. So I want to show it to you just from the start, that way there's no questions of like a gap or anything. And also there's some shortcuts while you go through it, so I may as well show you the absolute fastest way to get there. Yeah, this is one of those ones where I feel like when people were exploring for secrets early on in the game, that it's always impressive. It's like, how on earth did they find this one? Because there's a point where, like, finding this naturally would be just a bit ludicrous. All right, fastest way to get there from this point, make sure you have Ascendance on. Make sure you have enough time where it's not going to drop you in the middle of this. You're going to get to this point in front of this big building, turn to the right, and you're going to see a nice little platform over here. We're going to use this as a little shortcut just to get where we're going faster. So this is one of 2 shortcuts. Turn over here to the left. Don't worry about this guy. And then we're going to walk up these stairs. You can go in the building, go to the left, and walk all your way around, but I think this is definitely quicker. And then you'll get to this point where you'll see the big opening in the door. Kind of this like rock structure here before the opening of the door. Turn to the right. And if you get to about out here, there is a platform, if I don't fall off the edge, right out this direction. So you see this rock right here, kind of this tree that I'm looking at. Creep a little farther forward and you'll see it right there. So if you make a leap, you'll be able to find it. And then this is going to take you to a couple platforms and then a big circular one. And then what you're looking to do is actually head over here to the left. You'll see this big, tall kind of tower structure to the left, smaller one to the right. We're going to leap in between them, and then we're going to ascend up these final platforms to get our chests. This is probably definitely one of the crazier ones to get to, I think. Just some of the areas to get started are not the easiest to find, but this should be number 3 for Spine of Keres. The next one is going to be in the Gardens of Esila. So if you are in the Strand, so I usually leave the Divilian Mist, go through your little tunnels here, and when you come out in the Strand, the Gardens are the area that's over here to your right. And as we've been doing some Dreaming City stuff, maybe you know where all these locations now, but I figured I'd walk you through them either way. Try and dodge those guys. Does make life easier if you got your Sparrow. Come on up. Now what you're looking to get to is the bridge that's kind of across the middle section. If I could drive, that would be great. Still getting used to this like Sparrow speed, I think, the new one. So it's that bridge up there you're looking to get to. And however you want to climb up to it, there's usually a couple different ways to get there. I've climbed up here in some really obscure ways before. Like, I'll jump up here, and then, like, on top of where I'm at right now. Or fall all the way down while being shot by a wizard. Anyway, jump up here, and then this one, if you just jump out a little bit, you should be able to get up here to this bridge. But once you're up on this bridge, just look out over the edge. This one's going to kind of sneak right up on you here. Okay, we'll take out the Shrieker. And then as usual, follow your platforms up. Sometimes you gotta get like right to the edge of a platform just to see the next one. Some of these are a little thin, so take your time. There's the Ascendant Challenge if you're wondering for this week as well. It's right here. So if you need to run the Ascendant Challenge for any reason, that one's there waiting for you. Make your big circle on these thin ones. And I think, yeah, it was like we're going to head upwards. And here is your chest for the Gardens of Esila. So the next one is going to be in the Strand, over here where Petrovenge is actually at this week. If not, it's just over here on the kind of plateau above Aphelion's Rest. You're up here. If you cross that bridge, it's usually pretty easy to get up here. And this platform is truly right behind her this week. So as you work your way up, some of these are thin platforms, so take your time with your landings. Depending on your subclass, you know it's going to be easier or harder depending on which way you go. And these just kind of, as usual, do a little spiral around. And try and line up these thinner platforms the best you can. When you go to jump on one that's like razor thin, try and line yourself up so you're just going straight at it. So at that point, all you're trying to do is just stop yourself early. This one's always a little harder. So depending on your jump type, I know that's not going to be easy. Skipping one or two here, going a little too quick, almost fell. I fell on my first attempt for this one. There we go. All right, top of the Strand, right on top of this little gazebo area on the opposite side, because you enter from over there. Actually, no, you enter over there, and this is the top of the gazebo. So this is Aphelion, or the Strand, and this should be one of the ones you're looking for. The next one is actually going to be in the Aphelion's Rest Lost Sector. Now, last week I showed you guys if you use your Strand grapple, you can skip to the end of the Lost Sector, so that's what I'm going to do. If you don't have Strand, or don't have grapple equipped when you do this, whatever it may be, all you got to do is go through the Lost Sector, then once you beat the boss, and then grab the chest, and then go to the exit, so just follow behind it, you're going to come out up there. But really all you need to do is if you jump up, and if you grapple up here, that's the end of the Lost Sector in there. That's where the boss is, so if you just kind of follow behind there, you'll exit up this direction. And the chest is truly sitting right up here. This is actually probably the easiest one, once you get to it. So this is Aphelion's Rest. I don't know what number we're on. We could probably check that. 6, maybe? Yep. One more to go. Next one is going to be in Rheasilvia near Harbingers Seclude. So you'll see I'm up here in Rheasilvia, pretty much standing in front of this big building over here. We're going to jump over here and go down on this cliff's edge. And we're going to cross over a little bit. Now if you've got like grapple, it'll make some of this easier. If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to still try and do it without for you. And what we're trying to do is get up there so then we can kind of jump across. We go up here, and then you can probably stand on this. And you're trying to get up here. There you go. And then if you turn around towards this edge, you will see a bit farther out there, but it's out there. There it is. All right, so if you line yourself up, you know, over here at the left side of the statue, get to your platform, and then this is going to be another jumping journey. A little hard to see this one. Right here towards the edge. You'll notice this one, it's going to be a vertical one, so it's a straight shot. So try and really line that landing up. Once you get through with that one, everything else gets pretty easy. Couple like rogue random platforms up there. So this is number 7. So this will finish my quest. But I'm going to show you guys where the one is in Chamber of Starlight, depending on if you want to do that one instead. If you're having trouble with this one, you may want to do that one. So I will go ahead and show you where the one in Chamber of Starlight is. So let me get in the Lost Sector and we'll cover that. Alright, so the next one is going to be in the Chamber of Starlight. I'm going to show you guys where that's at once I clear out the Lost Sector. Alright, so once you've cleared out the Chamber of Starlight, you'll likely be in this room when you clear it out. So the chest is over there. This is usually where the boss is first at. What you're going to do is come back to this big glowing window over here. And if you head to the window but don't jump off of it too soon, you'll have your Ascendant buff on. You should be able to see the platforms that you need. Usually pretty quick to get up here. And this should be just another Ascendant chest. I'm just showing you guys a couple extra depending on which ones you want to find. Got at least one more. Alright, so the final one I'm going to show you there. I think there's one more, but that one's even farther to get to and not necessary. But just depending on your options, if you're going to give them to you. Harbingers Seclude. So from Rheasilvia, exiting like northeast, if you got cardinal directions going on. See how long I can keep my sparrow on at least. All we're trying to get to is the final area, and driving there will speed this up if you can keep your sparrow alive, which I know sometimes gets a little tricky. Trying to thread the needle though, dodge most of the stuff that's trying to kill me, stay close to the stairs, and this is where you're trying to get back to. So once you're back here, you're in pretty good shape. Got a few adds down here, don't have to worry about it once you move up. Got a few adds up here. Apparently I did a challenge, you know it. So once you've cleared out the ads, sorry about the cut, got a little discombobulated there. You're going to come down here, and if your Tincture of Queen's Fall is active, you should see this platform. Come on up. And at this point, you're going to see the pathways kind of like go 2 different directions. And you want to go this way. This way is going to take you to where the Ascendant Challenge portal would be. This is the one we're going to for the chest. So be careful. There's a lot of random stuff through here. Platform up here, off to the side. Climbing on up. This one gets a little bananas. I'm up on it. And your chest is right here. So this will be your last one. If you guys enjoyed the video this week, drop a like below, leave a comment. I don't know if I'm going to show the other weeks. There are plenty of guides out there for them. If you don't catch it on the right week, remember this is week 1, lowest amount of curse. Then week 2 is a little bit. Week 3 is the big giant floating light balls. And this is pretty much what you need to finish this one up. I finished it already, so I could go back and pick. Again, my advice from my previous video, if you're trying to figure out what to spend your wish tokens on, if you think you might farm Last Wish raid or do your weekly chest run that you can actually input your wish wall for, I would save your tokens until the end of the season and then figure out what you haven't accomplished in the next 4 months. That's my piece of advice, but again, spend them on what you want to. If you've got everything, it's probably mementos. So, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Otherwise, find me on Twitch or Twitter as well. See ya!